5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, now, we call this the act of mating.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children.
Real talk.
Real talk. Real talk. Radio.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome.
I can imagine why, because you had to change all the variables and the inputs and stuff.
Yeah, just like that file. Oh, you have to play the background too. Okay, there we go.
It's playing.
Alright, so yeah, the reason that it took me so long is because, like, even though it's like a 5-second... What are you... These? Okay. Even though it's like a 5-second clip, it's just like... The background's all messed up. You know you can mute that, like, and still have it play. There you go. Is it still playing?
Yeah, it should be. Well, yeah, it's not monitoring. It's not monitoring.
Oh, okay. Well,
because if I put that in and just keep it like that, then it's, you know, I can still it's still monitoring.
Oh, okay.
That's the other reason why I like the headphones, because then I can see how loud it is and see if I have to raise the volume or not. So
alright, that makes sense.
But yeah, sorry about last week. We got, what is it?
Well, we were busy, that's all.
Yep, new song. It's actually coming out really good, surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten the intro to it.
We got the intro and the verse. I still have to loop the verses. I'm still trying to figure out, like, the key notes for, like, the melodies and stuff, but it's coming out pretty good.
Yeah, the song we're talking about isn't the joke song that we originally planned on doing. We're doing the acoustic, which then turned into just a regular song with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, and then
we might do an acoustic version with later.
Yeah.
If all of you can follow that, it makes a lot more sense if you were here
personally.
One of those you had to be there moments, but
it's like I said, it's actually turning out to be pretty good. It took you 2 tries to get the
guitar right, which
that's only
I really thought that was literally going to take like all day.
But no, it actually was pretty good.
Yeah. But so we'll be working on that after this. And also, my question for you was, what is this trailer thing that you're talking about? Like, what is it that you exactly? Because you sent me a message that said you have to help me with the trailer for Confidential, and I mean I agreed to it, but in my head I was thinking, what the fuck is he talking about?
You know how like when like now, like the CD Now 24 comes out, or like the Now series,
right?
You know how like they do like those commercials with videos and stuff like that. I wanted to do something for Confidential.
Okay, so you literally mean like just an advertisement?
Yeah, because the next album called Greater Glory is going to be a little bit more special album, and that I want to do a trailer, but I want that one to be bigger than this one. So like I'm trying to set the bar for myself.
Okay, so this one's just like you seeing if you could even do an advert, and then yeah, because when you sent me that, I was like, wait. He's not making a movie. What the hell is he talking about? But that makes. I know what you're talking about now. You're basically just making like an advertisement for it.
Exactly. And when I gave the idea to the producer and Beacon, he was like, "Holy shit, you should," because not a lot of artists do that, but there's some artists that do. So for instance, when Eminem first came out, he was on TV with advertisements sometimes.
Right.
And then Dr. Dre came out. Then most of the artists came out with their first real album.
Right.
And they did a trailer for it, and then they faded.
A lot of artists, what I think do now is they at least for Instagram, this is what I know because I follow a couple artists on Instagram. They'll put because their videos can only be 15 seconds. They'll put like a 15-second clip of a song that's on the album, and then in the description they'll just write this album coming soon or whatever. So I mean that's what at least that I know of, that's what they do now. But
that's what I'm doing too. Like I put
I know that's what you've always been doing.
But I want to go even more. I want to branch out more than just doing one thing. I want to do multiple things at once.
Right. Okay.
Because not a lot of artists do that anymore. They just stick to one thing now and they stick with it. I want to be that diverse.
I just want to make sure. Just
artist that.
Okay, it is playing.
Right. Hi, it's right there.
Yeah, I can't see it from here. Okay, well, now that logo's in the way.
Wait. There you go.
All right. No, I just wanted to make sure because I've had it happen before where I thought something was playing and it was on mute.
Oh,
Like,
trust me.
No, like I muted like the whole thing, and I was sitting there and I listened to the episode and there was just like 5 minutes of silence, and I'm like, fuck, that is awkward.
Yeah, but, hey,
So I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust you, just making sure. Don't want to feel like an asshole saying that, we had this background music, it was just silence.
Yeah. But you know what the funny thing is? So I was talking to Oscar yesterday, and he was telling me that he had to do my job. Like, you know how, like, for producing and all, like, sit down on a soundboard and play with, all the sounds and vocals. So he has a job for the school. He had to videotape a basketball game. Right?
So he's part of the film crew.
Yeah, but he had to do the audio. The ironic thing, he's going to school for film.
Right.
I'm going to school for audio.
Right.
So the funny thing is, I'm doing film now, like film stuff. That's the reason why I have the video camera here, and
so, that's like a switch.
And so it's like, so I'm talking to him yesterday. And he's like, what the hell?
I mean, they're both like intertwined, kind of. I mean,
yes.
film isn't dependent on audio,
No.
Wait, no, that's wrong. Audio isn't dependent on film, but film is dependent on audio. Which reminds me, for my film class, we've had to watch 2 silent movies so far. One was 3 goddamn hours long. The other one was an hour. First of all, the one that was an hour was actually good because it had a storyline where I actually was curious about the ending. It was about this like mad scientist who basically brings this guy back to life and starts killing people. And then they find out that he might be the director of an insane asylum. And that none of it was real. It was this twisting end. It was a twist at the end. So I watched the whole thing, and I don't know why I got myself so excited because the ending was just he's the director of a insane asylum, and one of the monsters that he made or whatever was actually a patient. I'm like, that was an hour of my life I'll never get back. But the 3-hour movie was ridiculously long. I actually watched the whole thing. It was awful, and I could not tell you what it's about because literally
it's
had
no plot.
Yeah, there's basically 2 hours of nothing going on, and then an hour of where there's this big fight scene and then everyone's dead.
Damn.
The worst part is no subtitles. You know how when you think of a silent movie, you think you'll see a video of someone talking and then a screen will come up with the words that they say. They didn't do that.
So you had to read
it was no, there was no words.
There's
nothing. There was people talking, but it was like this.
Really?
The whole movie. Just people's mouths moving, and you had no idea what they were talking about. Wow. Every 10 minutes, there might be a description of either the location or what's going on. But it was at most a short sentence. So the whole time I was sitting there trying to figure out, who is this? What is going on? And why is this not over yet? It was awful. And we're supposed to analyze these things. I'm sitting there, I'm like,
how the hell can I analyze
I don't
this?
even know any of the characters. I don't know what I just watched.
That sucks.
I'm just like, this is awful.
That is terrible.
The only reason I'm not saying the name of the movie is because I know if I say the name of the movie, somebody's going to be like, that is a great movie, what are you talking about? I'm just going to be like, fuck you. It was awful. It's a silent movie from 1920 with absolutely no subtitles or anything whatsoever. It's just bad.
But that's terrible.
So it was basically 3 hours of not opera, but what is it? Classical music. Just 3 hours of classical music and people running around on screen. You're just like, what the fuck is going on?
After the show, tell me the name because I might know it because I probably watched it in music theory in high school.
It was, I highly doubt it, but it's.
No, trust me.
I'll tell you anyway, but it was
because
I didn't even know silent films were that long, let alone I mean,
yeah, because I watched a few silent movies.
I mean, the way it was made, the props and everything were good and stuff, that I could tell. But as far as plot and stuff, I had no clue what was going on.
Wow, that was.
I'm not saying it was like, you know,
It was so
I'm not
terrible.
saying that
Burns.
back then it wasn't a great movie, because I'm sure that the fact that they even had movies was like a mind fuck, but like, I don't know, it didn't do it for me for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Well, there's some movies that do that. I mean, Dad.
Yeah, there's some movies now that I would wish would be silent films.
I mean, Dad wanted to see the movie Lucy, and so he was watching the commercials and he was like, "Holy shit, I want to see this."
Right.
He buys it on Blu-ray, so it was about maybe $30.
Right.
He orders it on Amazon. He comes up to me the next morning. Don't watch this. I was like, why? This movie is shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
that happens.
why'd you buy it?
The
I thought it
trailer
was good.
Yeah, no.
It was fucking good. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that are like that.
I know that. But if anybody watched the Super Bowl, that's bullshit.
How so?
I mean,
we talked about this last episode.
I know, but I'm still there. Actually, Magic Johnson was on Mike and Mike in the morning this morning, and he was talking about the Super Bowl as well. He was like, "Who called that play at the end? Was it the coach or was it
Now, this is gonna be weird coming from me because I'm a Patriots fan, but I sympathize with the Seahawks on at least that one play, because I have this. I know that this has absolutely nothing to do with it, and this is a real stretch to compare me with someone playing in the Super Bowl. But I know that as a kid in CYO basketball, I didn't get the ball a lot. Okay. So again, this is a huge stretch. I'm not trying to say that I know like what it's like to play in a Super Bowl, but I'm just saying I know what it's like to have a lot of pressure on you, because I didn't get the ball much as a kid. I was a bench warmer. Not gonna lie, I sucked. Okay, whatever. But when I would play and they would give me the ball, I'd literally get the ball, look at it, and be like,
fuck?
Why did you give this to me? This is probably the worst decision. And I would just toss it to the first thing that moved. I'm not gonna lie, I've passed it to the other team and then just watched them go make a shot, and I'd sit there, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? And my coach is looking at me like, why the fuck did you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I freaked out.
Man.
So that's how I saw it, is that he was under a lot of pressure. He saw that his teammate was open for a millisecond and just said, throw it. And then I know what he was thinking. He let it go and was just like, that was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. And then obviously it was an interception, and he goes, yep, we're fucked. So I can't really blame him, because it's the Super Bowl.
It
was a
big pressure.
stupidly close game. That was a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I can understand how you see green and blue open and you just throw it, and then all of a sudden the Patriots
and
come
gray,
across and you're just like, fuck, he was not there a second ago. What the fuck? And then, alright, so that's where my sympathy stops, because from there, they completely just lost it, and they fucked themselves over. Because after that, they lined up for the play, and the Patriots are like, okay, obviously, all we need to do is just
get
the ball away from the end zone. I don't care about how much. And I'm thinking, oh my god, they're going to try and run it right down the middle like a bunch of idiots, and they're going to get, like, they're not going to go anywhere. Or they're going to try and pass and get sacked, and that's going to be it. And as I'm thinking that, I see somebody from behind the linemen come forward and push one of their linemen, who then gets called for encroachment. And I'm like, oh my god, that's... Again, I'm a Patriots fan, obviously. I thought, that's not even fair. He got pushed, and you know he did, because he immediately stood up, turned around at his teammate, and was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, dude, that sucks. Your teammate just literally fucked you over. And I watched it. Guy in the back pushes the guy in front of him, who bumps into the guy in front of him, who then crosses the line, and I'm like, good job, guys. So I'm thinking, alright, the Patriots are in a better spot now. We might pull this off. But the Seahawks are a very good team, so it's still a nail biter. And then I don't know why Seahawks again fuck themselves over and just start throwing punches. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I started cracking up because I'm one of those jackasses who's like, oh, yay, fight.
Yeah, exactly.
But, honestly, looking back at it, it was not sportsmanlike, blah, blah, blah. It was entertaining. That's all I cared about. But looking back on it, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking,
what the fuck?
Why?
Yeah.
Like, I understand emotions get the best of you, but did they not realize this is our last play? Like, this is our last chance.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you're like, I want to kill these guys, but don't actually do it, because that's it. Like, the game was over after that, and the Patriots, I knew what they were thinking. They're like, fuck it, we're just going to fight them. Because they started it, they're going to get called. We're not going to have any problems as long as we don't, kill one of them. So the Patriots were like, alright, you want to fight? Let's just fucking start swinging. And it just all went to shit. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, Seahawks, what are you doing? You just went from a Super Bowl team to a high school football brawl in literally 15 seconds. You had one fucking job.
And
you decided to start punching people.
I mean,
what? Like, there's no even explanation for that. Like, that should be the last thing that happens, especially at that moment. I understand if it's the middle of the game and somebody gets tackled unnecessarily and you start getting each other's faces. Yeah, but if it's the last play, you're like, all right, all we gotta do is just not fuck this up. Oh, so let's start fighting people. No. Just do the play, and if it works, then they would have won. Or tied, or something. But, nope. I don't know if maybe the Patriots said something to set one of them off, or I don't know. But
I hope that's not the case.
No, but, I mean, there's nothing we do about it now. It's obviously way after the fact. But I was sitting there in disbelief, that's not the Seahawks playing. I'm like, what the fuck?
As far back as I
don't know. I'm
sorry I just talked, but I had to rant.
No. That's actually good, because that was just... That end sucked.
It was bullshit.
It sucked.
And I'm a Patriots fan.
But still.
And I was sitting there that was not the way that should have ended.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the Patriots won, but not like that.
Yeah, I think they should have kept cool and be like, okay, they got next season. Because they are, Seahawks, I can see them going again.
And not gonna lie, they already have had a bad reputation as being the most fouled team in the NFL, which...
That proves it.
Which just shows, if they didn't get that many fouls, could you even imagine how good they could be?
Yeah.
Because think of all the lost yards that they've had simply on fouls. Now give that back to them, that would have probably add up to a couple more touchdowns for whatever game you want to apply it to. They'd be unstoppable.
Exactly.
But it's the fact that they just
they said fuck it.
Yeah. They just don't.
They don't care. They didn't care. But
maybe it's one of those things where they realize that they're good even with fouls, so they're just like, yeah, let's just foul anyway because we're still gonna win. But it's like, yeah, but if you don't foul, you'll never lose.
Exactly.
Because they played great football. They just slip up. Part 2?
Yeah, we'll do part 2.
Alright.
Yep, part 2. But I want to go off topic because this has been on my mind. If anybody's been seeing my Twitter or Facebook posts, it's going to be on my Wix page, and it will be on Reverb Nation page. We, as Black and White Family, have a new member to the family. He's an amazing singer, beyond. This dude is already has fans because of all the shit that he does, all the Instagram stuff, Facebook stuff, Twitter stuff. This dude has more fans than me, more fans than Black and White, more fans than just my radio show and our radio show.
Does he have a YouTube page?
I'll ask him when I see him on Friday.
Because I would assume he would.
He probably does, but I will give you the Instagram page later through Twitter and Reverb and my Wix.
All right.
But this dude, beyond nice in singing. Like, literally, because he was showing me some stuff that I couldn't do.
Right.
Like, he was doing, like, advanced stuff.
So like ABCs?
No, Pat,
I'm sorry. I had to. It was there. Okay, keep going. Come on, that was funny. You can't even sit there and laugh and tell me that wasn't funny.
No, that was good. That was good.
What did he count to 4? Alright, now I'm pushing it. I'm done. I'm sorry.
But no, if you literally, I'll even show you some of his stuff later. But this dude is beyond nice. We call him. God, what
The water's awful. Dude, try this water.
No!
Just try it. For fun fact, you ever notice how when something's really bad, people are like, "Oh my god, you have to try this." But when something's really good, they're like, "Fuck off, it's mine." Doesn't that taste like friggin' iron?
Yuck.
Yeah, I'm dumping that.
Yuck. Yuck.
So keep talking.
So, Ferrara, his name is Ferrara. He is, like I said, he's beyond level of experience with music. He's literally just, it's in his blood. It's beyond blood. It's just, I think, levels of like.
It's in his urine.
No.
Oh.
It's not in his urine.
Well, I don't know what else would be beyond blood.
No,
I mean,
but, like
it's in his
generation.
semen.
Generations, not semen.
Well, technically, scientifically,
We're not
it's the same
getting
thing.
into this.
It's genetics. Then.
We're not. Yes.
So there you go.
But
Right
not,
there.
no,
Right
but-
there.
I'm not saying
You're just wording it differently. Come on.
because I'm not that though. But because
You're not semen? Of course not. I don't. What are we talking? Okay, you're clearly not. It was a joke. I just made a comparison because technically, generations carried through sex, and it's
that's
the stork doesn't exist, kids. Okay, I'm sorry. The Easter Bunny ate him. It happens. Fact. Google it. Tell me what you find, because I just made that up. So
you're probably fine stuff.
probably like a news article. Easter Bunny eats stork. The fuck?
What? But Ferrara is really good. I'm happy that he's in the black and white family.
Him and his jeans.
Oh Jesus Christ!
So that's where you get the white from. Oh, that was
God.
so good. That was so good.
If he was listening to this show right now, he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he'd probably be like,
I'm not part of this anymore.
Yeah, he's like, I want nothing to do with this shit. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that
Oh,
was.
man.
Oh.
I'm on a roll today.
How are you gonna top this off for part 2?
I don't care. I'm just gonna make it up. Oh, fuck. How much time do we have left?
About 5 minutes.
Oh, great. Alright. So,
I don't think we need to do part 2 because we were asking how much time.
yeah, well, no, I was just, because I want to get my point in, that's all. Of
Which.
the Blink-182 situation.
Ah, so we'll do part 2.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that on part 2. So,
That is.
I don't.
Well, we'll get into that part 2. I will let you know about Ferrara and what his stand is for which songs he wants to do in the music. We'll let you know.
Is he gonna get a cool rapper name too?
He's not a rapper though.
I know, it's another joke. Keep up, Ryan. Come on, it's not that hard. Just practice your ABCs. You'll get through this.
So, we'll let you know about what's happening with the acoustic song. Part 2 will start in 15 minutes. I'm HBK, this is ATR, and I don't know anymore.
You're so sad. It's great. See ya.